Hey collectors, time for another penny hunt. I got a box of pennies from my local bank. It's got holes on the other side, so I know that it is circulated. I do see a lot of memorials on about half, and the other half seem to be shield cents, but there's no way of telling what's in between. I'm gonna crack this box open, see if we get any wheat enders, and we'll get the hunt going. All right, well, I don't see any wheat enders off the top of the bat, but there's a lot of copper there too, so we're gonna get this hunt started. All right, so we're gonna start with roll number 1. Let's crack this open. What I like to do is just remove very carefully, just lift up the roll down edges on both sides. It's a lot easier to open this way. It's almost like doing a little bit of surgery. Open it up. You can see quite a lot of copper over here, some newer ones. And we'll let it sort of fan out, and we'll look for any Wheaties. Okay, we're still in roll 1, but we've come across a Canadian Younghead, which is from 1964. All right, we'll put it with some of the side finds that I've already have. So basically a couple from 2020, fairly nice one from 1968, and we got our first Canadian. And we're gonna keep going through this. Hey collectors, we're into roll 9. Very slow start. We did have a number of side finds. We have 5 Canadians, 2 from 2020, a nice looking 1968 out of Denver, and I just opened up the 9th roll, and yes, that's right, 1, 2 wheat pennies so far. I'll go through it a little more systematically, but let's see what these are. All right, we're on the board with our first find, 1944, and let's see what this one is. 1948, all right, finally on the board. Our first 2 Wheaties in roll 9. I'll go through the rest and I'll bring you in if there's anything interesting. Hey collectors, just finished roll 11. We got our 3rd wheat cent of the hunt, 1953 out of Denver. All right collectors, we're on roll 15, and it's been a pretty dry hunt for wheat pennies. As you can see, we got our 4th penny of the hunt compared to 7 Canadians. And I haven't gone through the whole roll, but let's take a look at this one. See what we have. Ooh, 1955. All right, it's probably not going to be the double die variety. That would be insane, but worth looking nonetheless. No, as you can see, it's not the 1955 double die, but don't come across a lot of 1955 Ps, so it's a nice find. We'll get that on the board with our second 50 of the hunt, and I'll bring you back for more. All right, still in roll 15, and at the end, we got another wheat cent here. So this would be the 5th of the hunt. Let's see what year it is. 1945. Nice. All right, so we got 3 from the 40s, 2 from the 50s. Actually, this belongs over here. All right, we'll keep going. Lots more to look at. I'm in roll 17, and I came across a 1994, and I was looking to see if it had the double die variety, which is on the columns, and it doesn't. But as I was examining this coin, I detected what appears to be some semblance of doubling on a few of the legend items. So the U and I look pretty good, but that T and the E, kind of spin it around a little bit so you can see. Right underneath the cross of the T and the first top and second top, sort of the, these 2 areas of the E look like they have some doubling. The rest of the letters look completely fine. And then looking at the 1 cent down below, the O looks pretty clean, although there is something going on down here. I look at it at the N, kind of see a little bit of a shadow underneath this section down here. And then it becomes very prominent on the E and a little bit on the C. But then when we get back to the other letters, they're fine. So I don't know what we just came across. This might be doubling of some kind. I'm going to pull this aside and try to get some other folks' opinions on this. All right, we'll keep going. I just wanted you to see this. It's kind of interesting. You never know what you're going to find when you're doing a coin hunt. All right, just opened up roll 18, fanned it out, and we got, let's see, what is that? That is our 6th wheat penny of the hunt. And this is, ooh, another 1955. So let's get that underneath the scope. And yeah, it's not the 1955 double die. That would be like winning the lottery. But it's a nice coin to have nonetheless. We'll add it to the pile, we'll add it on top of its cousin, and we'll keep looking. All right, we're into roll 20. And as you can see over here, we got a foreign coin. I've already found 8 Canadian, and now we have our 9th foreign with actually quite a nice looking coin from Barbados. So we'll put that up here with the side finds along with the Canadians. Right now we have more Canadian cents than wheat cents. A couple of side finds as well. Potential variety. Again, I'm going to see if we can get another opinion on that. And all these to go through. Plus these. All right, we just cracked open roll 22 as I was going through it. Came across back here. I don't know if you guys can see it as well, but we got another wheat cent. Pretty badly beat up wheat cent. At least lots of dents and marks. And it is from 1949. Okay, so we'll add that. So that makes, I believe, 7 wheat cents to 8 Canadians. Not a great ratio, but we're catching up. Okay, collectors, we're at the end of roll 23, and I've just come across a 1957. We'll put this underneath the microscope, making that wheat cent number 8. We'll add it to the pile down here, and wheat cents are catching up with foreign coins. All right, going through roll 26. At the end, we got wheat penny number 9. 1950. Ooh, is that a 37? Might be a 37. It's most likely a 50. So let's get underneath the microscope. Yeah, 1957 D out of Denver. You can see it's got a little die blockage there on the 5. A little extra metal from die wear, but it's number 7 nonetheless. I believe it goes right there. Okay, we're going through roll 27, and I believe this is a 1941 out of Philly, and it is. All right, we got another 40. We'll put that up there. We'll sort these out a little bit later. Actually, I think this probably goes in the first position. We're up to 10 wheat pennies. We've finally caught up on the foreign coins, and there's lots more to go through. All right, I just pretty much spilled out roll 30. And we've got a very interesting patina on this wheat cent, which is from, looks like 1940. Let's get it into the scope. Yep, okay, we got the earliest wheat cent of the hunt from 1940. All right, we'll get it on the board. And in the meantime, I had found yet another Canadian, so it is another wheat penny versus Canadian cent battle in the same box. But wheat cents are up. We're now at, I believe, 11 or 12. 12, I believe. 11. I can't count. But we'll double count at the end. All right, we're in roll 31. And we have come across our 10th Canadian cent. This one looks a bit old, but that's just where this is 1972. So we'll add that with the foreign coin collections. All right, so I was going through roll 32, and I've come across a 1969S, which there is a double die obverse variety. So we're gonna put it in a microscope and hope for the best. Let's just confirm that it is the not the double A, but it is 1969S. And I am not seeing any doubling on it, unfortunately. Yeah, but as you guys know, I love pulling out San Francisco minted coins because on the East Coast, we don't come across them nearly that much. So I'll put that as one of the side finds and we'll keep going. Just opened up roll 33. And as I'm going through this, back-to-back rolls with 1969S. This one's got damage. Let's see if there's a double die variety on this one. And no. And this is really pretty badly damaged. Looks like something's attacked it. All right, we're into roll 35. And we got another Weed E right over here. I can tell by the date. 1945. So I'll add that to the pile as well. And then at the end, not an ender, but a friender. And in the middle, we got Queen Elizabeth Younghead as well. 1962. So that to the finds. And let's see what year this wheat cent is. 1956D. Okay. We'll see if there's more in here. But the piles keep rising. In the process of going through roll 36. And just came across this really nice 1945 out of Philadelphia. We'll add that to the board. I believe it goes over here. All right, same roll as that Wheatie that we just saw. And here we got what looks to be a really nice condition King George Canadian cent. Let's see what year we got. Wow, 1943. Now that's a nice find. That's in pretty good shape. Everything that I'm finding is from the obverse face, because just a few after the King George, we got a 1956 out of Denver Wheatie. This is a nice roll. Third find of this roll. And we'll add that to the piles as well. And we're now up to 15 Wheaties. All right, just opened up roll 45. And we've come across our third 1955 of the hunt. And of course, we do have to check to see if it's got the double die obverse variety, which it's unlikely. And this one does not. But hey, another find nonetheless. And so we'll add that to the pile. Pretty close in terms of the number of foreign coins compared to wheat cents. We'll do a full wrap up at the end. We got 5 more rolls to go after this one. All right, we're on roll 46. Thought I'd bring you in to take a look at a 1960D. This is the large date variety. I'll show a picture inlet so that you can see the difference. We got 4 more rolls to go. All right, just opened up roll 47. And we got a Wheatie over here. It's got a nice patina. Let's see what year it is. 1952, maybe Denver? Let's take a look. Yes, out of Denver. All right. So we'll add that to the pile. Got another wheat cent in that same roll from 1944. It was at the end. And so we'll add that to the piles as well. Roll 48. And haven't pulled this one out yet, but based on the color, it's an old copper. And it's from 1945, Philadelphia Wheatie. All right, and we'll add that to the finds. We got a bunch of the 40s going on here. I'll do a final count later. And I'm gonna keep going. Same roll, a few coins later. I did see one that was chewed up. Ends up being a 1953 out of Philly. And so we'll add that to the finds. That makes the 20th wheat penny. Roll 49. We got a friender. 1946 out of Philly. So that's find number 21. There's another one right here as I was going through it. 1945 out of Philly. Find 22. Okay, collectors, we have a final wrap up here. 22 wheat pennies, 10 from the 1950s, with a couple from 1955, 3 exactly. And we got 12 from the 1940s, including 5 of them from 1945. Not bad. we pulled out 8 pennies from this year, 2020. We got 4 pennies from San Francisco, including 2 from 1969. Fortunately, they were not the double die variety. We got a 1960D large date. We got 3 really nice AU cents from the 70s, late 60s and 70s, including really beautiful, what I would consider uncirculated from 1973. We got 1 foreign coin from Barbados, and we got a total of 14 Canadian, including a highlight, which is from 1943, King George obverse, including a small head queen from 1962. I guess that would be the young queen head. All right, well, that's a wrap. Pretty decent finds again in this box that's now empty. Oh, wait a minute. All right, collectors, well, that was embarrassing. I thought I got all the rolls and discovered that the box had one that had flipped down on its side. So this is the 50th roll. Let's treat it as a bonus. We'll crack this open and see if we add anything to this recap. Stay tuned. Use this chance to subscribe. All right, so collectors, after going through that embarrassing moment with roll 50, we got one more find. It is our 15th Canadian cent of the hunt, a pretty mangled up 1979. And so we'll add that up here with its friends. And we'll wrap this up. Thanks for watching as usual. Please remember to subscribe. When I hit 25 subscribers, my 25 subscriber coin giveaway activates. Stay tuned for the information necessary to win those coins.